I came upon it in the 50s when I was going to school in Colorado. I grew up in California and I was traveling back and forth, and I used to like to explore. I still do. But I just found this canyon by exploration, and I was looking for shortcuts, just different routes going back and forth to Colorado.
What if the Hollywood legend we thought we knew was actually living with unimaginable grief that shaped every role he ever played? Did Robert Redford's childhood brush with death create the fearless explorer who would later captivate millions on screen? And how did losing 2 children transform America's golden boy into a man who carried wounds that never truly healed? These questions haunted Robert Redford's story, but his widow Sibyl Szaggars has finally revealed the truth after his recent passing on September 16th, 2025. According to the research materials provided, Redford's journey began with what could have been a tragic ending. At just 11 years old, he was struck down by polio after swimming in the sea. The source material reveals this disease instilled immense fear in households and evoked dread among children and parents alike. Young Robert found himself confined to bed for weeks, lacking the strength to move properly and the energy to enjoy a typical boy's life. Fortunately, his condition wasn't severe enough to require the terrifying iron lung that haunted many children, but the research shows the memories of those feeble days left a lasting impression on him, and the fear of what might have happened would always stay with him. While recovering, his mother Martha suggested a journey to Yosemite National Park, hoping the natural beauty would help him see the world differently. According to the source material, this visit left a lasting impact on him as towering cliffs and cascading waterfalls awakened something deep within him. The research reveals that during his adolescent summers working in Yosemite, walking paths, scaling cliffs, and immersing himself in the natural environment transcended mere employment. He felt as though the park had captivated him, embedding itself in his very being. But here's where his story takes a dangerous turn, showing just how reckless the future star really was. After gaining strength, Redford began college through a baseball scholarship at the University of Colorado. Despite appearing as a talented and energetic young individual, the source material reveals there was a sense of unease within him. The temptations of college life, including parties, drinking, and the excitement of racing vehicles, constantly tugged at his inner self. In the early 1950s, the source material describes how his life was almost cut short by a moment of excitement. Driving at a reckless speed of 90 miles per hour towards Santa Barbara, he skidded out of control and collided. Miraculously, he emerged uninjured, but this didn't slow his self-destructive tendencies. The most devastating blow came at 18 when he lost his mother Martha to septicemia, a perilous infection that invades the bloodstream. Martha had endured challenging pregnancies, including the devastating loss of twin daughters who did not make it through childbirth. The source material reveals that losing Martha shattered something within him. The pain drove him further into alcoholism, leading to severe consequences. He forfeited his scholarship, missed out on furthering his education. Now here's the heartbreaking pattern that would define his entire life, a cycle of loss that would haunt every relationship. When Robert started his family with Lola Van Wagenen in 1958, their connection was instant despite having very little, just $300 in savings and having to borrow a car for their wedding. Their joy intensified when their son Scott was born in September 1959, but it was devastatingly brief. Scott tragically passed away from sudden infant death syndrome just 2.5 months later. The research emphasizes that losing a child brings a pain that cannot be quantified, and Robert acknowledged this pain never truly goes away. Despite having 3 more children, Shauna in 1960, James in 1962, and Amy in 1970, the absence of Scott was always present. Their son James, called Jamie, faced more challenges in life due to his premature birth and ongoing health issues. As he grew up, according to the research, his health problems worsened, eventually leading to a diagnosis of a rare disease affecting his liver and bile ducts. In 1993, he underwent 2 liver transplants to combat the illness. Despite hardships, Jamie showed remarkable resilience, establishing the James Redford Institute for Transplant Awareness and pursuing filmmaking while advocating for environmental causes. But wait, There's an even more devastating revelation showing the pain this Hollywood legend endured. In October 2020, tragedy struck again when Jamie passed away at 58 due to cancer. The research notes that losing two over a lifetime is a grief impossible to express in words. This loss pattern deeply affected Redford's political awakening. Initially viewing politics as unexciting and uninspiring, his perspective transformed during European travels at 18. Living in Paris during the Algerian War, he encountered passionate political discussions that revealed his first experience of feeling unprepared as he realized he lacked knowledge about his own country's politics. Here's something shocking about his later political stance. The man who avoided politics became one of Hollywood's most outspoken activists. The source material shows this realization both embarrassed him and sparked a new beginning. He started reading extensively, exploring works, not only by American authors, but also by French and Italian ones. Gradually, he understood that politics was a dynamic force shaping the rise and fall of societies. By 2018, under Trump's administration, Redford openly admitted feeling alienated for the first time. He believed the core values of the United States, such as freedom of speech, freedom of the press, the rule of law, and truth, were being threatened. In 2020, Redford made the rare decision to publicly advocate for Joe Biden. According to the source material, for him, the importance was not in aligning with a specific political party, but in preserving the nation's essence. Now here's the love story nobody saw coming, revealing the most beautiful chapter of his later life. After his 28-year marriage to Lola ended amicably in 1985, he went through various short-lived relationships. Then in 1996, at his beloved Sundance Mountain Resort, he met Sibyl Szaggars, a German artist and environmental activist. What made their meeting special was Sibyl's refreshing honesty. She confessed that she had limited knowledge about Robert and his extensive film career and saw him as a regular and sincere individual rather than a Hollywood star. The source material describes how their relationship grew stronger in a seamless and peaceful manner. They didn't feel the need to show their affection publicly. Instead, their love thrived in subtle actions, joint strolls, meaningful discussions, and constant companionship. They frequently discussed art, nature, and aspirations. Their mutual environmental concern brought them closer, giving their love not only a personal significance, but also a greater purpose. They married in 2009 in Hamburg, Germany, in an intimate ceremony. Robert frequently referred to her as the one who brought about a new beginning in his life. Here's what makes their partnership truly remarkable. It wasn't just love. It was about changing the world together. In 2015, Sibyl established the Way of the Rain, an environmental organization with Robert as vice president. Their partnership demonstrated that love has the power to bring about positive transformation, with their hearts united in pursuit of a larger goal. As Redford entered his final decades, he became selective with roles, focusing on stories with significance. His 2013 performance in All Is Lost showcased enduring talent as he relied on expressions, gestures, and the power of silence. According to the source materials, Robert Redford passed away September 16, 2025, at age 89 in his beloved Sundance, Utah residence. With the scenic mountains as his backdrop and the tranquility he cultivated around him, he bid a final farewell. Tributes flooded in from Jane Fonda, Meryl Streep, Barbra Streisand, Ron Howard, Mark Ruffalo, Morgan Freeman, politicians like Hillary Clinton, and authors like Stephen King. The research concludes his eternal appeal didn't stem from appearance alone, but from his readiness to take on impactful roles and confront themes of wrongdoing, grief, injustice, and human imperfections directly. Robert Redford's legacy transcends Hollywood glamour. It's a testament to human resilience, the power of art to heal, and courage to keep creating despite unimaginable loss. His story reminds us that even heroes carry deep wounds, and sometimes those wounds become the source of their greatest strength. The man we thought we knew was far more complex, vulnerable, and inspiring than any role he played on screen. What do you think about these newly revealed details? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories.